Hey guys, Kyle here with Hornberry Creekers. Obviously, because you went to my channel and you know who I am by now, I'm sure. But anyway, today we're doing a removal. I don't know if some of you follow our Facebook page. You probably saw that we posted a few days ago about a special removal that we got coming up. Well, that's today. Today is the day. The reason why it's special is it's kind of an odd story, odd chain of events. But one of our followers, Carol Simmons, thank you so much, Carol. She's been an amazing follower and showed us a lot of support and love. So big shout out to her. But she got in contact with us and connected us with Sgt Jeff Turney of the Glendale Police Department. Sgt Turney, who retired from the Air Force, works with various veterans groups to help out local veterans with various issues. So today's removal is at an Air Force veterans home. They've got bees in their shed, and plus they've got some other issues going on with their yard and stuff like that. So Sgt Turney's going to meet us there and help us with the removal. And one reason why it's so special to me is because obviously we all love vets, but me specifically why it's special is because I actually spent 10 years in the Air Force myself, active duty, stationed in Pope Air Force Base in North Carolina for a very short amount of time, and then stationed out here at Luke Air Force Base here in Arizona for most of my career, and then various deployments to Afghanistan and other locations. So, and I had a lot of fun while I was in the Air Force. I was in air transportation. Basically, I loaded cargo planes and did a lot of other things with that, but that's the gist of it. So I had a lot of fun, and because of my Air Force career, obviously I've made some long-time friendships from my Air Force career that I've kind of held on to. And one of those friendships that formed since we've been out here is a buddy of mine named Ben. And Ben kind of helps us behind the scenes, whether it's building equipment, moving hives, going to vendor events with us, just showing us support. So he's been an absolute great help, and today I'm very fortunate to have him with me.
How's it going, everyone? So as you all know, my name's Ben. I'm a staff sergeant on active duty right now in the Air Force. Been in for about 7 years, and so far where that 7 years has taken me was I've been stationed places like Shaw Air Force Base in South Carolina. Following that, I went to Osan Air Base in South Korea. I really enjoyed it there. It was definitely an interesting time. I did about 13 months there, and then following up with that, I came out here to Luke Air Force Base in Arizona. Been out here for almost 4 years now. So I'm actually a crew chief on the F-16 Fighting Falcon. Fancy words aside, it boils down to I'm an aircraft mechanic, and I absolutely love what I do. It's a lot of fun, a lot of hours involved, but it's definitely something different than what most people normally do.
Right on. So obviously, like I said, it's a great opportunity for a current Air Force member, an Air Force veteran, and a retired Air Force member to go help out this Air Force veteran. So it's an amazing opportunity. I hope to do more opportunities like this in the future. But so you'll see it when we get there. From what I understand, the bees are in the floor of the shed, and what Sgt Turney says is that the homeowner hasn't been in the shed for a while, so not real certain what the condition of the shed is. But I guess the only way to find out is to go take a look at it, and hopefully you guys enjoy the ride with us. See you when we get there. Later. Alright guys, so here we are at the job site. Here's the shed in question, and as you can see, they are pretty active. Been watching for a while. They're bringing pollen in, which is a good sign. Usually means that there's a queen in there because they're bringing pollen in to feed the babies. They're taking advantage of this warm day, pretty active. However, only issue that we may have is we got a lot of work cut out for us to clear out this shed first before we can get to it. So we're going to do that, and then I'll be back in a second and we'll keep going forward with it. Alright guys, not sure if you can see that, but it's putting off a pretty good size heat signature. So that's a good sign. That's the nice thing about doing removals during the winter time, is it does put off a good heat signature versus like the summer where everything's hot. But I don't know if you can see, basically, you see the laser pointers on the floor. If you can see that, I don't know if the camera's picking it up. But this is where the hive goes. It's all the way obviously up to the front, all the way over to this section here, on up and around. So it's a pretty decent sized colony. That's just the main heat signature. We'll see exactly how far the colony goes. So we're going to start marking and cutting. We'll be back in a few. So what do you think, Sgt Turney?
Wow, amazing.
Yeah.
One of those experiences you don't get to do every day.
Right,
and,
right.
And learning. Thank you for teaching me about the.
Well, like I said, I'm really glad to have the opportunity to do it. It was a fun one. It was challenging because the BVAC stopped working halfway through. But yeah, it seems like a real strong and healthy colony. So I'm looking forward to getting back to my place, and hopefully sometime in the future I'll be able to work with more events.
Yeah.
Not even just bee removals, but help out where I can. I've always called myself an old hick from the sticks. I know a little bit about a lot of things, so so I'm willing to work hard. And like Ben said, we're going to try and get some more vets involved in your program. So, speaking of which, anything specific that you want to mention about the programs that you organize with?
We help veterans out there that need help.
Yeah.
Obviously, Bill and Mary Lou are elderly. They could never have done this project themselves. Taking a tree down, they can't do it. They don't have the funding to actually pay someone to come in and do it.
Yeah.
So it's through volunteers that people like this get help. If not,
amazing.
They get written up and they have to go to court and they get fined. And we can't do that to our elderly population.
Right, and
we have to take care of them.
Especially, you're familiar with this. It's a kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place. Like, there's code enforcement. They have a job to do. They don't want their city looking dilapidated, but it is challenging, especially when it's an elderly or disabled couple or somebody with challenges of their own. It's not just as simple as them taking down the trees themselves,
And they got a job to do. Normally, I work in Glendale. This is Phoenix, but it doesn't matter where the veterans are, wherever they are, we'll find them and we'll help them. And City Code is helping me here. Phoenix City Code has given me a reprieve to let us work on this project to get it done versus citing them.
Right.
And we need them to help us too.
Yeah.
And like you said, they have a job to do.
Right.
Their job is to keep the city clean.
Yeah.
They get a black eye because they're trying to do their job.
Right.
And at the same time, they're getting grief because they're doing their job.
Yeah.
So through volunteerism, we can actually help.
That's amazing. So I'm really again, I want to shout out again to Carol Simmons, who kind of connected us.
Yes.
We both know Carol. She's a sweetheart. And actually been an amazing fan and support for my little channel and my page and my business or whatever you want to call it. So again, I appreciate the help. I'm glad that it worked out, and hopefully we'll get these ladies home safely. We'll be back later tonight to pick them up after all the ladies get back in the hive. At least that's the idea. We'll see what happens when we get back. So as I always say, guys, we truly appreciate the support. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, all that jazz. Check out our Facebook page and our website, www.hornbakeracres.com. Any websites or specific organizations you want to give a shout out to?
You can find me on my Facebook page, Jeff Turney, and you'll see all the veteran projects we do. You're welcome to come out and join in on any one of them.
Awesome. Well, again, thanks again, Sarge. It was a pleasure.
Thanks, Kyle.
It was a pleasure meeting you and working with you.
Oh, yeah.
And like I said, I definitely want to try and get some of my airmen out more and help you guys out with all
Always
this.
will. Always will. So.
Right on. Take care, guys.
4 years since I've been out here. I lost it.
Sgt Turney to the Glendale Police Department. Have to give out first